What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mite, actively escaping the Matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, the other day, Ethereum hit a new all-time high for the first time in about 4 years, which is a good development for the crypto ocean at large, specifically altcoins, including Kaspa, which is about to launch their first major post-crescendo catalyst, that being smart contracts, showing off Kaspa's speed, scalability, decentralization, setting Kaspa up for the next phase of adoption. And in today's vid, we'll be talking about the seemingly imminent next part of this crypto bull cycle. Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
Pump it up!
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Crypto Crew, protect your crypto investments through self-custody. In our opinion, the best option for you is the Tangent Wallet. Easy to use, plug and play, and the most affordable cold storage out there. You can get 10% off using code CryptoCrew, link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
Talked about the flippening, where Ether will eclipse the monetary base size of Bitcoin. Some people think that'll never happen. Some people think that'll take a few years. I think we may see astonishing things in the next year or so, especially with these treasury companies driving things.
Now, we don't know where Ethereum goes from here. It will be interesting to see ETH going upward, but to flip Bitcoin, as Ethereum co-founder Joe Lubin alluded to, I think is too big of a task, but who knows? Always remember, Crypto Crew, whatever I say or any quote-unquote expert says, always do your own research. I personally believe we haven't started the next leg of this 2025, perhaps 2026 bull run as of the making of this recording, but we are close.
I sure wasn't gonna give him $5 because that's just the way I am, you know.
The other day, one of the quote-unquote most bearish analysts in the world, Henrik Zaberg, who is known for correctly calling the 2008 financial crisis, shed his light on the next phase of this current bull cycle.
We always talk about that there is we need to see the market actually rising and defeating the doubts in the market and the wall of fear and all that. We hear the talk of that. And that's what we've seen with Bitcoin actually doing, all the, to talk. Now everything is there on the table. And then you see the market move. And it can do that for quite some time. We can see the rotation of it. Bitcoin has been attracting all the capital in. When I talk about the blow off top, this is not based on crypto. This is based on the business cycle that I study intensively. I was not there in 23 saying that. I was not there in April of this year saying that. What I am saying is that now we're getting closer. Now we have an economy in the US that is actually starting to stall. Liquidity cannot stop the business cycle. This is the dot-com crisis, and this is the great financial recession, or the financial crisis in 2007 to 2009. And here you had the liquidity, the M2 you were talking about, for the Fed, the ECB, the People's Bank of China, and the Japanese central bank, also Bank of Japan. And you see how it's rising here. It was not so strong here because also there's a more shallow recession actually we had. But you saw the stock market. It dropped a lot, by 50%. And even the NASDAQ dropped by 85%. This is the business cycle I'm talking about right here. This is from early July. Every time my leading indicators has been rolling over, you get a rollover of what is called a coincident, which is employment, manufacturing level, and so on. When we get this crossover, and we did that in November 24, that's this time when the countdown starts. If you go back to the financial crisis, you actually had in November 2006, you had the same kind of crossover. The recession didn't start there, but it led to the crossover of the coincident indicator, which was in November 2007. And the recession started then 1 month later. Now we have had this crossover some time ago. And if we go even further in and look at that, we now have the touchdown of the coincident indicators, which is the same thing we have seen here, here, and here. And if we go back in time and say, oh yeah, but then they will make sure by, liquidity, making sure that this is not going to give us a recession, well, I think we'll have to face that this time will not be different. Everybody will think that the Fed can change the rule, can change the path of the economy. And that's unfortunately not how it works. That's the talk of the town. But the problem is right now in the US and elsewhere also is that we have had inflation. We have yields moving up. So people are up to their necks in terms of, just paying bills. You can see there is also some surveys on people actually, just having difficulties in buying food. Yeah. That level is now at 15.6%, which is higher than into the financial crisis. So this is not a situation where people are feeling good in the US or elsewhere, I have to say as well, because of the high yields and because the US is just still the big brother of the world, that, anywhere the US goes, the rest of the world goes.
How much longer do you expect us to be in this ETH outperforming alts? It's always nice to see that real rotation into alts where it starts out, they start outperforming ETH.
I'm working with a timeline that's saying around 10 weeks, which means until the end of October. That's a lot of things that's suggesting that could be kind of the timeline. So in September, when you see a pullback, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the top. I think that is the pullback.
We still have an 87% chance that we get a rate cut in September, right? So the next FOMC meeting, it's September 17th. Guys, that is a few short weeks away. We have an overwhelming percentage or probability rather that we are getting rate cuts. And if we look at the aggregated, you can see there's roughly an 87% chance that we get one in September and a 38% chance that we get another in October.
And then into the FOMC, which is around September, where we could see the Fed coming out and cutting. I think the Fed is going to go do a double cut, at least 50 basis points. Now, whatever, they said the other day, now everybody thinks if it's 25 is there, but it was doubtful even just a week ago, right? I say 50 basis point already 2 weeks ago. I think the Fed is starting to realize how far behind they are with the numbers that we saw on the job. They are actually looking at historic numbers now that is really bad. And even the July number can also be revised to the downside. And we have no inflation. There's no inflation in the system. So I think we are seeing the Fed coming out and actually understanding that in September. And I think they're going to do more than just the 25 basis point. I think they're going to do the 50 or something, or even more. And we're going to see the market just reacting like boom, straight up. So the straight up phase, and now back to your question, because your question was when then the real alt phase from that point on. I think that's the trigger. And I think the narrative then will be the Fed's got our back. They can just print our way out of it. And as we know from the first chart I showed you, they cannot, but that will be the talk of the town. And that's why we're going to head into the stratosphere with a lot of altcoins and meme coins and so on. And the rotation will just, go crazy.
Things are about to go crazy on the crypto ocean, at least according to macroeconomist Henrik Zaberg. Now imagine straightforward withdrawals with no hidden fees and you benefiting from institutional grade security and experience. For this reason, Crypto Crew, we've partnered with Caleb and Brown to help guide you through this bull run. As Caleb and Brown have been in the game for almost a decade, known for trust and results to clients worldwide. No bots involved, no endless tickets like on an exchange. You get a real personal broker 24/7 helping you manage your digital assets, including Kaspa. So if you want to pocket your crypto profits with calm, competent help during what could be a chaotic bull run, check the link in the description box below. Thank you for your support in advance, and thank you, Caleb and Brown, for partnering with your Crypto Crew. Now, if anything, Crypto Crew, this is the time to study to show thyself approved. Time to study the crypto ocean, study Kaspa. As mentioned, I believe Kaspa is up for the next phase of adoption, and here's an example of just that.
Welcome to the Kaspa point of sale demo. This is the NFC box running web server, and here is the user interface available on the merchant's phone or desktop. The merchant enters the amount, in this case in Australian dollar, and it's worth 91.36 Kaspa. And he hits the button and the green light, indicating the customer that it's time to present their phone. Now, the user needs to unlock the phone and pass all the security checks. And then he sees the payment page requesting 91.36. Now, here are two more quick examples. The first one is 2.49 Kaspa. So again, unlock and you get it 249. And if now I leave my phone still unlocked and I change it to 277, I just need to put the phone when the green light is there to see 277. All right. Now, what about security considerations? Let's say someone requests $500 worth of Kaspa from you. So notice that if the phone is locked, you won't receive anything. The phone needs to be both active and unlocked. On the merchant side, there's also the admin page providing additional information about the NFC activity and the ability to change the Kaspa address for the received payments. And remember, it's all open source and free to use.
Crypto Crew, I believe more of these projects will start to pop off, especially once Kaspa smart contracts are live via Kasplex starting this Sunday, August 31st, 2025. And I cannot stress this enough, Crypto Crew. Do your own research. Nothing I say is financial advice.
We're in the end game now.
But I do believe we're about to see the next leg of this bull cycle, as we've seen recently Bitcoin breaking new all-time high levels, which is good for the overall crypto ocean, and Ethereum breaking all-time high levels, which is specifically good for altcoins. And this obviously includes Kaspa. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.